Alright, and we're back with some more. Well, it's not why do we hunger, but that'll work. So, I'm gonna chuck a grenade in there, because there's a Barney in there, he's really nasty. There's also another Barney over here. I like how I'm just calling them Barneys, but that's 100% what they are. So, ooh, that was not smart. So, you can kind of start shooting a lot, but I don't recommend it. Oh, Jesus. I like how I said that's essentially useless, and it is. I don't know, it's habit, man. Oh, God! Oh! So there's another example why I said this is not exactly the most balanced mod out there. That is insane. Like, you see how quickly my health just went from, like, full to basically nothing? Like, 2 seconds. Can you actually make the I have never noticed this. Can you make the train go through here? I have played this so many times and I've never actually done this. Huh. Well, I'm gonna let the train just... Well, it's gonna take that jib with it, apparently. So, this is another scripted thing. And you can see that it does repopulate the area. Now, there is an explosive box in there, but do not blow it up. It actually spawns snarks if you blow it up, and I don't recommend doing that because, well, in my current predicament, it's not a good idea at all. I feel like you can go in here. I swear that actually spawned something the first time I did it. I'm not making this shit up, man. I'm dead serious. So, yeah, you can go through there if you really want to. It's not a huge... Or sorry, not go through there. You can blow that up if you really want to, but I don't recommend it. It's a really bad idea. So, I mean, this obviously takes inspiration from On a Rail in vanilla Half-Life, which is pretty impressive, and I mean, you're not really driving the vehicle, it's just kind of, you know, doing its thing. I have never actually done this. This is amazing. So this part's absolutely fucking awful. So, this is why I said it's difficulty done in an amateur capacity, and that's why I give it a free pass. So, now we have these Barneys aggro. Let's go ahead and just chuck a grenade. If I can get him over here, that'd be great. Actually, I think I got him stuck. Cool. So, there's a helicopter to the right, which is just Damage City, USA. I don't want anything to do with that. You see, they're so stupid because the AI is pretty bad. But, I'll demonstrate the rifle. Did you believe that the rifle was good? Because it's not. I'm actually going to use the Magnum on this, so... Oh boy. Oh god. You can still get hit doing this, by the way. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's because you get knocked back. That's why it's so awful. That's death number 2, but I'm okay with it. I really am. This is just total randomness. I'm not trying to make excuses here if you hit him or not. And if he hits you or not, it's totally random. You don't have to kill the pilot. I don't even suggest it. So there is still another Barney over here. And that's actually a mistake. I didn't mean to switch over to the shitty, you know, sniper. But... And if you're like, oh wow, that's not that hard. No, trust me, that's pretty awful. It's not fun at all. So... Okay. Now, I love how I've made this so much harder on myself the first few times playing this, not realizing the train would go. So, you do have to go down here, and we do need to make sure this gets scripted, because this zombie is going to fuck up that computer on the dam, and he is getting messed up all sorts of, you know, places. Don't go down there, because down in that direction, there's some ichthyosaurs. It's pretty nasty. Just don't do it. So we gotta wait for that to crack, and then we can just start going in here. Now, your oxygen is not gonna reset, and you're probably gonna have to start busting some ass to get through here. That's all I can tell you. Do not break that crate quickly, because if you're not careful, it actually has a satchel charge in it, which is a vanilla Half-Life satchel charge, but we're gonna let it go. I mean, that's pretty much all it is anyway, so it's not a huge... Like, I don't really know what else you could make out of that, personally. Maybe, like, a improvised-looking one, but I don't blame him for not doing it. This was like almost 20 years ago, so if I'm being bitchy, it's just not really being bitchy. So I hope you understand what I mean. It's a free mod. It's not really, you know, meant to be like perfect. So yeah, anyways, if you aggro those ichthyosaurs, they can be a real pain in the ass, and you don't want to deal with them. Sometimes they actually get glitchy in this mod. It's kind of why I stayed the fuck away from them. They can get stuck on the land, and sometimes they just bob up and down on the land. And they can get out of it, too. That's the worst part. They can just basically start swimming in the air. I'm not kidding. It's really buggy. Don't fuck with them. So that's all I can tell you. There is a few more Barneys that have spawned as well. I think just 3, I'm pretty sure. So, I think, yeah, he's over there. Good. He's kind of getting messed up by the train. Oh, I think I saw the ichthyosaur over there moving around. Also, zombies in Half-Life can't climb over things, in case you haven't noticed. They're pretty dumb. I mean, it's Half-Life 1 AI. It's not exactly the most powerhouse shit on the planet. But it's pretty easy to cheese a lot of things out. That's why the melee pattern of zombies is pretty predictable for anybody who's ever played these kinds of games. Jesus. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. So, alright. I love how I've made this so much more difficult by going down here, by actually going down here the last 2 times I played this, and did not think of just doing this. That's the smart way of doing things. Don't do what I did the last time. And I've played this numerous times. But man, I feel like such a man on this train. Makes me feel so good. So, yeah, I went through all of this by just... Yeah, don't do what I did. That's just dumb. Pretend you're a conductor and make stupid, terrible jokes about, like, being electrocuted and being a bad conductor and shit like that. Just do that. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, but the flashlight in Half-Life 1 is about as useful as harsh language, so don't bother with it. Now, get the fuck off the train. That much I do know, because there's actually an explosion that's supposed to trigger right about now. So, okay. I think I should be able to wing this with a grenade. I don't think they're dead. I really don't. I didn't see any jibs. Oh, no, there's a jib. That might be a kidney, a liver, a spleen. I don't know. If you're ever curious, there actually is a list of jibs that are supposed to spawn when you get killed. There's also a... I think it's like a 25% chance you get what's called scary jibs. Excuse me. I've never noticed these until just now. This is the first time I've ever noticed these head crabs actually start spawning. Maybe that's because of the train. That's probably why. Yeah, I didn't do the train the first 2 times I played this. I told you he wasn't dead. Anyways. It's called spooky jibs or scary jibs. It's like a coding thing where it's like... Sometimes jibs will explode and fly towards the player's face. So if you touch this box, it actually breaks that window and there's a Barney behind it. But we're going to take care of these ones first. Perfect. I just want to make sure I actually can tell that I've hit them because I don't want to mess this up. There's actually like 2 more up on the roof, and I think that's about it. So you can push these around. It's the very, very jank, very awkward Half-Life 1 engine, so it's not exactly a, you know, Half-Life 2 level physics engine we're working with right now. This is just gold source, man. This is like a fucking, like, freighter. It gets the job done. It's not beautiful. It just does its job. And I commend it for that. It's a very specific kind of engine that you don't see very many things get made in. Everything nowadays is just Unity and shit, and it's really stale, and I don't like it. So, perfect. Don't be afraid of just cheesing the AI out like this either. You can just do this. So, yeah, the AI is not smart. I think you've probably got the idea at this point. So, I should be able to finish this up in this 1 episode. So, 3 episodes for this? Not too bad. So, I still can't stress it enough. Without me using my sexy, glorious voice, this is amazing sound design. Don't break that box, by the way. It's just full of fucking snarks. And it's awful. Oh. Well, maybe I'm just dumb and I don't know where the snarks spawn from. That's entirely likely. I feel like I sound like Joe Rogan every time. It's entirely likely. It's entirely possible. Okay. Oh shit, this is one of the worst rooms in the game. There's like 100 head crabs in it at least. So the reason I'm not moving either is because the zombies have a very, very basic, rudimentary, like, aggro system. If you're this far away, they won't go towards you. They just go, huh? Okay, and then they turn around, which usually gives you enough time to, like, just load them full of shit. So, now, we are gonna get another weapon here pretty quick, which I recommend using quite a bit. It's actually really just the stupid MP5 from, you know, vanilla Half-Life, but it's so different. I always feel like every time I play... This is why I'm like, it's gotta be America, dude. Look at that fucking Pepsi Cola 5 cents bullshit. You know this game was made in 1943, clearly. The biggest nickel's worth. Oh, man. I fucking despise Pepsi. I hate Pepsi. I don't like the way it tastes. It's too sweet, and I don't even like soda very much either. Also, this is triggered to explode, so if you hit that with your... I almost said wrench, but... If you do, it's gonna be a really bad time. Just don't do it. Don't even think about looking at it either. Just you stay away from that, okay? I don't even remember picking up the assault rifle, but I guess I have it, so that's pretty cool. Oh my god. There we go. You want to make sure you use like the pistol or something that has a long range ability, because head crabs in this mod are just annoying and asshole-ish. I mean, they're annoying and asshole-ish in vanilla Half-Life, but they're even more in this one because your health is so low, and you take so much damage. So, well, use the assault rifle a little bit. Now, don't just bolt forward, that's actually a trap. Now, I wanted to demonstrate that too, because the double shot is way slower, so don't rely on it. I'm gonna quick swap over to this. So this is why you can tell I don't use the double shot, is because this is the situation it's really weak in. Because you can usually just comfortably one-shot most of the zombies with one hit. And just like in, you know, any other, like, zombie horror game, just, you know, little short bursts. You don't need to go fucking crazy with the assault rifle. Up there is just some Barneys. I'm not going to go in there because it's just... I'm not even kidding. The Barneys are what make this really, really unfun. The other enemies they add in, like the... No, I'm not going to spoil it if you never played it. But, they really make this just unfun. But I understand they had to find something to make the player get pissed off and have some sort of threat. So, okay. And by the way, the sound design in this game is just fucking awesome. Hey, this looks familiar. It's Big Motherfucker Radio. Oh, I love this fucking magazine in here, by the way. Intel 386, too much gaming muscle? I love that. I miss PC Gamer magazine. I actually didn't have it growing up. I had a friend that had it, and I'd always look at it and be like, I don't get it. Why don't I have this on my PlayStation 2? So, there's the radio DJ. He's pretty much fucked 6 ways from Sunday. And if you've never noticed, if you break a shelf in Half-Life 1, the physics are there. They're just really wonky. So going in here does, I think, spawn some extra zombies in the background. So just be a little bit ready for that. But I love this. This is so fucking cool. Like, the White Swan. I miss when games just use, like, fucking photocopies of actual pre-existing things. I know that's probably lazy nowadays, but it's got a certain charm. It's kind of why I like the aesthetic of, like, the Half-Life 1 engine a lot, because it's so uniquely Half-Life, and it has such a unique charm. Like, this was the era, especially Counter-Strike. CS 1.6 used pretty much the exact same thing. Everything was, like, photo-scanned into the engine. It looks really cool. It's, like I said, it's cheap, but it's so cool. So there is a barnacle over there. I'm not going to bother with him. And there's a little piece of shit in this room. I'm going to throw a grenade at him, though. I probably didn't even kill it, but you know what I mean. So, let's go ahead and chuck one of these bad boys in here. I can never tell if an enemy dies in this game. It's really hard to tell because I'm so used to vanilla Half-Life. The sounds are very specific. So, there is actually a Barney over here. And let's make sure we take him out because we're going to go down there in a while. Also, that's the Half-Life 1 animation for when the zombie is looking at the computer in the beginning. So, I like how I can tell you each animation. It's really sad. But that's because Half-Life is one of my favorite games. There's also this bullshit right here. This is like guaranteed damage as far as I'm concerned. So, if you're not careful, there's a head crab in there. Okay, and this part is awful. So, you gotta be really quick. I don't think that has ever killed me, by the way. I've had that happen each time I played this, including the first time I played this. And I don't think it's ever killed me. So, I'm not really bothered about using my rifle grenades because, trust me, I hate to spoil it to you, but we're almost at the end of the mod. So, don't cry, I'm not going nuts. There we go. Also, preferably, and as late as it is into the game, please go for headshots. They do the most damage. They're the nicest. So, and this is a little bit arbitrary and cryptic, but yet... Okay. Alright. That's fine. I never said that the game wasn't a little buggy. The first time I played this, I got stuck on this because it's very... not telegraphed very well, I guess. I mean, you could clearly see that you could go into a police car earlier, but that's kind of pushing it, you know. So, sadly, you can't drive the police car and pretend you're Starsky and Hutch. I know that would be pretty rad too, but we can't always get what we want in life. So, this area is pretty cool, just from a stylistic thing, what it does. I did this the first time and I felt really stupid. This actually is a little, like, wraparound as well. So you can actually go through the entire level again if you really want to. But then again, you gotta remember, this is like, just like Half-Life. It's more Half-Life. That's what you can do in vanilla Half-Life. I love that. That's such cool design. I still can't stress enough how much I love They Hunger. It's a fantastic mod. So, I don't think I winged that one right. Okay, there's probably one more, and there's a... I think there's 2 head crabs up there. I still did... See, it's hard to tell because I'm so used to, like, the grunts from Half-Life 1 because they make very specific vocal commands and they get hit. Oh, man. I absolutely love this, though. I would play an entire, like, 8-hour campaign of a Half-Life game just like this because it's so cool. I love all the little exploration you can do, and it's just so charming. I love it. However, this is a bit arbitrary and cryptic. So this is actually a slidey texture. It's supposed to be oil, I'm guessing. Now, the wall is cracked, I guess, but there's no indication that you really need to go over here, other than there's a door right there that's locked and you can't open it. I don't know. That one I still think is a little bit shitty, but hey, you can actually go up here. And there's a bullshit head crab that can attack you. Fuck you and your tiny legs, man. I'm not a fan of that anytime it happens. So, this is sadly the last combat encounter in the first part of the mod, so make it count. Use all your bullets, because you're not getting them back after this. And we're gonna use... what the hell? Just for style... Oh, fuck, man. My Call of Duty skills are so bad. It's because I play real games. That's probably why. Damn. I was hoping it would come down to using the Magnum, but that's a pretty cool way to finish it either way. I think that may have been a bad idea, but just go ahead and shoot that switch. And this is a little easy puzzle. You can't activate it. You have to shoot these. Probably... Because of that, I am going to assume this game takes place in America. That's what all police stations are like in America, by the way, if you're a foreigner. So... Oh no, this seems familiar. I wonder if this is going to be a trap. It was. So yeah, that's the thing. And you can flush this toilet down the skull. I was gonna say that, I really was. I was like 2 inches away from saying it, I just let it finish. So, alright, and yep, there's Neil Mankey. I think I called him like Kyle or something. I feel so bad. But yeah, I love that. That's just so cute. I just love everything about this. That's what all Americans sound like, if you're curious. What's gonna happen, man? Some serious shit's gonna happen, I bet. Someone already took a serious shit. What am I saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you in the next one. We'll find out what happens.